back. And by the way, to my radio friends, Lori and Julia, that was the real Donna Mills. Just FYI. Welcome back. I love you. There's a moment in my career, truly, I won't ever forget, and it happened in 2003. Linda Gray, who played the iconic Sue Ellen on Dallas, came to Minneapolis for the touring show of The Graduate. She played Mrs. Robinson. Now, before we roll this, I'm not, whatever you see right here, it's not Jason being dramatic for the camera. This was the first time I had met a single star from Dallas, and I was a mess. Look at this. From the very beginning, I was different. I grew up in small-town Indiana, and unlike most boys my age, I didn't want to play basketball or football. Because of my differences, for most of my childhood, I was picked on and made fun of. My one escape from the difficulties of being an unusual boy was, strangely enough, the TV show Dallas. Every Friday, for as long as I could remember, I would watch Dallas with my beloved Grandma Mazak. Those Fridays with her and the Ewings meant so much because it was the one time in the week where I wasn't reminded of how different I was. I guess that's why what I was about to experience meant so very much. Oh my God.
This is it. Oh!
Oh my God. Hello.
Be still, my heart. It's Jason. Oh, I've waited all my life to meet you.
Oh my God. If I pass out, I'm really sorry.
I'm here. I'm here for you. I'll catch you.
Oh my God. I need an inhaler and I don't even have asthma.
You're adorable.
Oh my God.
They told me all about you.
Did they?
Yes, I had no idea what to expect.
Oh.
It's going to be all right.
Okay.
Trust me. It's fabulous. Oh my God, you're a great actor. But listen, you could be on stage with us. Look how adorable you are. You look beautiful.
Thank you. It's so nice to meet you.
Jason, nice to meet you. Is he just the cutest? I was like, they said, he can't see you. I thought, are we getting married? What is this? You can't see him in my white dress. Or
Are we getting married?
I thought this is like a bride and groom thing. My God.
So you won't think that I'm a stalker. I think I should probably explain why.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
You know, I was trying to think of, like, how can I tell her this without sounding crazy? But, you know, I grew up in Indiana in a really small town, and I was born awkward. Imagine that.
Born awkward. Do you want to explain that?
I was just different from the get-go. And, you know, and in small town Indiana, unless you're like everyone else, you're kind of ridiculed. But, you know, so I was, you know, made fun of and harassed at school. So Dallas, every Friday night, my mom and my dad had this tradition. They would go out to eat. They would take me to this little fish place to get some fish. And then I'd go to my grandma's house and watch Dallas every single day. Every single
grandma.
Friday. And every Friday. So
It's great.
you played a really large role in a really special part of my life. So to meet
thank you.
is one of the most special things that's ever happened to me.
Oh.
And it really is. And it's just the fact that I'm sitting here and you're, oh my God. That was great. Since that first meeting, what's funny about this whole thing, what's funny about life, is I've actually gotten the chance to see Linda a few more times. I think you're getting ready to take a look. This was in 2013. We actually had lunch with Linda. That's my husband, Colin. We flew to Dallas for the reboot of Dallas, which Linda was in. And we talked about the story that you just saw. And I actually did remember it because she remembered a detail that if she didn't remember me, she wouldn't remember. This is what I mean. Following that interview in 2003, she invited me backstage from The Graduate. And I went back to meet her. And after I hugged her, she goes, would you like to have lunch with me? And I about passed out. And I said, sure. So it was a snowy day, and I'll never forget this as long as I live. I had to cross the street to go to Marshall Fields because she wanted to eat lunch in the restaurant at the bottom of Marshall Fields or Dayton's. So she goes, would you hold my hand? Because it was slick. So I'm holding her hand across the street, and in my mind, this is what's going through. Oh my God, I'm holding Sue Ellen's hand. I'm holding Sue Ellen's hand. I'm holding Sue Ellen Ewing's hand. And I accidentally said it once, and she looked at me, and she you couldn't be any cuter. And we sat and we had lunch. And then years later, we had lunch twice in 2012 and in 2013. And we text from time to time. I have her, I DM, I have her info. So yeah. So she's not a friend, but I mean, I think she could pick me out from a lineup. But yeah. So
that's so cool. That's so magical.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it meant a lot to her too that you loved her so much.
And it is. And people always make fun, and I don't care. It is goofy. I'm a guy that likes a 40-some-year-old show. But it's because it's connected to my grandma.
Right.
And I love the show, but it's connected to my grandma. I mean,
There's
that's my
memories.
Oh yeah, when I think of my grandma, I think of Dallas, and I think of Knots Landing, and my grandma was my life. So yeah. We didn't even scratch the surface yet of all my memorable interviews, from George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez to an unforgettable interview with Jake Gyllenhaal and Britney Spears. We'll have another throwback show next Monday. But right now, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after this.